What is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and today we are back in Spin Tires taking a look at another mod. Now this is a 2002 Chevy Silverado LB7 Duramax, and this truck has a couple of mods right off the bat. I mean, it's got your stack right here in the back, it's got your light bar, which I don't know if that actually works. Let's see if it works. No, only the headlights work, and, oh, not even, okay, the bumper lights don't work, the light bar doesn't work. Well, maybe maybe the modder will add those in the future, because I would love to see those. But before we go any further, I do want to lower the sound just a little bit, because I have a slight suspicion that it might be a little bit too loud just with the actual audio mix. But we've got the default wheels and tires, the off-road wheels and tires, and then we've got the big wheels and tires, which are basically, they're not really taller, they're just wider, and they're more like boggers in a sense. But we're going to stick with the default ones right now because I think they look really good. I think they look really realistic and really good on this truck. But the nice thing about this thing is that you can also pull a garage cart and a utility cart, so you can almost use it for whatever you want. If you want it to be an exploration vehicle, it's got you covered. If you want it to be like a towing vehicle, it's got you covered. If you want it to be both, that it's still got you on that one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drive it around a little bit without a trailer, just so I can show you guys how it does. And I've driven this thing a little bit prior to this, but not too much. And I'll be honest, that right off the bat, I love the stack. The stack, I think, is really cool. I mean, I know that people have mixed opinions about like a single stack in a diesel truck or dual stacks in a diesel truck, whatever. I personally, my favorite type of exhaust configuration for a diesel truck is basically just a straight pipe run all the way out the back. But I like stacks as well, and I think they look cool, especially in this truck. I think it really looks good. I think it kind of brings, I don't know, it brings a little bit more of an aggressive tone to the truck. And, I mean, obviously the model isn't quite done, but I think he's on to a good start. I think that the details are there, the core details of the truck are there, and I think as he progresses with this mod, I think it'll just get better and better. But, and also, I think the cool thing about this mod is the fact that we're getting closer and closer to being able to do a proper Duramax versus Cummins versus Power Stroke test in the full game of Spin Tires. And I'm not going to do that until I have three really good representations of all three trucks that are pretty evenly matched. Because I had those back in the tech demo a long time ago in the tech demo. That was actually one of my most popular tech demo videos. But I've held off on trying to do one in the full game because I'm waiting for three, like I said, to have all three trucks, but have them all be really high quality, really well matched trucks, and that would make for a really good battle. Now, this truck is actually, I would say it's probably my favorite configuration of this particular generation of the Silverado, of the Duramax trucks. And I think what I like about it is the fact that, I mean, it's your classic quad cab short bed configuration, and I actually prefer these to both the single cab long beds and the quad cab long bed dually trucks, especially. I much prefer this particular version. The only thing that I don't really like about this particular mod so far is the fact that the gearbox in automatic mode is kind of hunting for gears all the time. It doesn't really like to stay in a single gear, especially with water. I mean, right now it's doing alright, it's just kind of sticking in second gear, but occasionally if you're going uphill or if you're going through mud, it's kind of, it'll be like, oh, first and second, and oh, well, back to first, and back to second, so it kind of interrupts the power delivery a little bit. But honestly, a lot of vehicles in Spin Tires do that, and the only gearbox that I've found so far that doesn't is Spun's gearbox, and Spun makes some incredible gearboxes. His automatics are absolutely insane. I mean, it really and truly, Spun has the best automatic transmissions in Spin Tires. I think the shift timing in Spun's gearboxes they just work. They just feel so natural, and they just work. It's almost like they're anticipating your next shift every single time, and they predict it exactly the way you were thinking about it in your head. I don't know how he's managed to make them, or at least make his settings, but they always come out so nice. Now, I feel like this truck with one of Spun's gearboxes would be absolutely incredible, because the power delivery is actually really cool, because it feels slightly more realistic than a lot of other trucks you'll see in Spin Tires. A lot of trucks in Spin Tires have really unrealistic levels of power, unrealistic levels of grip, and this truck, I mean, it's powerful, but it also feels like a little bit of a challenge. You feel like you could mess it up. You know, you feel like you could mess up in this truck. You feel like you could get it stuck. You feel like if you screw up, you know, you're not gonna be able to just recover it immediately. And that adds an interesting tension to off-roading, because if you're in a vehicle where, you know, you don't really have to worry about anything at all, you just kind of barrel through everything up whatever mountain or hill you're trying to get up, you're not really concerned about maintaining a line or maintaining a route. But with something like this, you have to think about how you're going to attack an obstacle, how you're going to attack a mountain, how you're going to attack whatever it is you want to attack, because if you do it wrong, you could end up either on your roof or on your side or in some other way that you don't want to be. Now, I think that adds, like I said, it adds an interesting dynamic to it, because you're never quite, if you're going up the side of a mountain, there's never like a, okay, we can be completely comfortable and just relax now. It's, you know, you're pretty comfortable, but you have to maintain a certain degree of awareness. And it almost went up on two wheels there. It almost did. Almost. Oh, God. Oh, that's gone well. Yes! Yes, it's damaged, but we made it back to our wheel, back onto our wheels, so we're good to go. Let's see what it can do over here. After this, we're going to do the trailer towing, but let's see what it can do over here. I feel like it might not be able to do so well, but we may give it a shot up the waterfall anyway. Alright, come on, come on, come on, come on! Drop it like that, come on. Even in low, it doesn't want to go anywhere. I'll put it back in automatic and back up. I think it's that rock. Not only is it the rock, but it's pretty stuck. It's pretty stuck, guys. Yeah, it's not liking this. I think there's something caught under the rear axle. But we're going to go ahead and go back to the garage, and we're going to do a little bit of towing with this thing. Now, the interesting thing about using this thing for towing is the fact that you have to be... It's funny because it's not like towing with that Mercedes that I had in the last video. Towing with that was different, because when you tow with that, you're never really concerned about anything, because you know that the front end of the vehicle is always going to fit. This, you have to manage it a little bit more. It's not hard, because it's not quite as big as a lot of the other trucks and spin tires, but like I said, you still have to manage it. So we're going to go ahead and start out with the... let's use the garage. No, let's use the utility card, actually. Position your truck properly. This is that other side of spin tires where you're constantly concerned about where your truck is. Oh my God. It's a never-ending cycle of, like, position your truck properly. Position your truck. Jeez. Oh my God, position your truck properly. We'll try it from here. Jeez. Okay, we're gonna try it from the other direction then. Because generally it's not that hard to hook up a trailer. At least it shouldn't be. Normally they just hook, normally they just hook right up. Nope, and nope. Jeez. I thought about editing this out earlier, but I was like, no, I'll just leave it in, because there we go, finally. That is the longest it's ever taken me to hook up a trailer in spin tires. No doubt about it whatsoever. And actually, you know what? I like the garage trailer. We're going to stick with it. We're going to stick with the garage trailer just because I like the way it looks. But, and you know what? Speaking of the trailer, this thing looks pretty freaking epic towing that thing, I think. Really putting that Duramax to good use now. Some coal for you. But we're gonna stick on this trail for a little while and probably make it over to the other side of the map, actually, as long as we don't sink. That's the only problem, is this trailer is extremely heavy, and it likes to, oh God, it likes to drag the back end of the truck down. I mean, it doesn't help that this ground is incredibly soft, but still. Oh, come on. Get grip. There we go. There it is. Come on. There we go. It's that fallen tree, too. That fallen tree's giving us lots of issues. Oh, it's digging in. That's not what we want. That's about as far from what we've... That's pretty far from what we want. Come on. Oh, jeez. It keeps digging into the freaking mud. You know, I guarantee you it's that fallen tree that it's caught on. I absolutely guarantee you that. See if we can take a slightly different approach, get a little bit of momentum. Still no. Oh, maybe. It moved a little bit. Come on. Back up one more time. So I feel like we can still get this. I feel like there's nothing, well, I'd say nothing except that tree, but there's more little tree limbs. But that's the last large tree we have to deal with. Fallen tree, anyway. It's just the rear axle left. It's almost over it. It's almost there. Come on! Not bad. Not bad at all. Now we just have to get out of this slushy freaking mud. Actually, are we close enough to... Nope! Although, it's not really the best place to winch the truck to, but we could... Didn't want to winch the trailer. Didn't want to winch the trailer at all. Let's try. We can try over there. At least it'll get the truck to move a little bit. There it is. I feel like we're just going to have to keep winching until we get out of this mud. This is pretty bad. Oh, nope, nope. We got it, I think. Yes. Nearly there. Nearly there. The truck's the truck is out of the mud. The trailer's almost out. Yes, there we go. That wasn't too bad. I thought for a second there we were gonna get the truck completely hung up, but honestly, it ended up pulling through pretty well. And now it's proper. It's covered in mud. It's a proper truck. Where are we going? Left or right? Can't see anything. So much coal. Let's go left. Just because it's uphill and I want to test the pulling power of this truck. I mean, honestly, like I said, it isn't bad. It's just the fact that that automatic gearbox likes to keep changing gears and cutting the power of the truck, which I'm just going to leave it in low while I'm towing, because when you're towing in spin tires, you need to keep the truck, you need to keep the power delivery steady. Because if you don't keep it steady and you're going up a hill especially, the truck's going to cut power and you're just going to be like, it's just going to be like, bleh. All the power is going to go away completely. Just for that split second, and you're going to lose all of your momentum, and it's going to be extremely hard to get it going again, especially if you're on the side of a hill. But that's why leaving it in low or high when you're towing in spin tires is a really good idea, unless you have something that has a automatic gearbox made by Spun in Darkness. So let's go ahead and stick it in high and see how it does. It's honestly not that much quicker in high. I mean, it's a little bit, but it does pretty well for just kind of cruising along, though. Power delivery is steady and even. And you know, one of the things I like about this truck is that even though it's not really totally finished, a lot of the stuff that you would normally find wrong with a lot of other trucks, on this one, it's spot on. The trailer hitch position is spot on. The smokestack location, or at least the smoke coming out of the stack, is absolutely perfectly spot on. This truck, there's a lot of stuff about it that's really, really good and really nicely done and polished. And there's just a couple of other visual things that I feel like could be fixed, like the glass and everything. The reflections are a little bit wonky. But other than that, I really think this is a great effort at this truck, and I really think he's done a good job. I really, really do, and I like this truck a lot. It'll definitely be staying in my garage for quite a while. But if you guys enjoyed this test of the 02 Chevy Silverado Duramax in spin tires, then don't forget to leave me a like. Tell me in the comment section down below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. And I will see you guys in the next one. Talk to you guys later.